So you might have heard I was nominated for Content Creator of the Year at the UK and Ireland Card Awards. And if you didn't guess by the title, I would. So this is probably just a short video. I've not recorded it yet, I don't know how long it'll be, but it's just to thank you guys for getting me here, talking about winning the award, and to update you guys on a couple things. So first of all, thank you so much for voting for me. Thank you to the Card Awards for nominating me in the first place. And just to be nominated alone is crazy, let alone winning. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the awards in person. I'll talk a little bit about that later. But one of the supporters of the channel, G-Love, was already going, so when I knew that I couldn't go, I asked them to film just in case the chance that maybe I won, and I did.
Award, we have the Content Creator of the Year. Do we have, I see a few nervous faces in the audience, they're like, ooh, is it me? The Content Creator of the Year is Lucky J!
Yeah, come on, mate!
Lucky J in the building.
Bro, it sounds so quiet. It's just G-Love, shout out the goat, going, way! And then there's absolute silence. Now, Pokeyemi, who was there, has DM'd me and was like, don't worry, it wasn't actually silent. People were clapping, people were happy that you won. But in that video, it is so funny. Hey, if I've ever got one supporter, G-Love, shout out to the goat.
He's not here today. He's not here.
No?
Not here.
That's fine, we'll just keep doing applause anyway.
Yeah, and it's a big shame that I wasn't there. It sucks. I did try and let them know. I messaged the awards account. I put on my story like twice that I wasn't going to be there. I really wanted to be there, obviously. It made me feel really bad because I didn't want like people to think, oh, this guy doesn't even care about it, the awards, and he won. Fuck that guy. No, I like really did care about the awards. Really would have liked to go. I couldn't make it, unfortunately, but not because I didn't want to be there. And I am so stoked to get this award. You might be wondering, how did you get this award? Well, one of the people that runs the awards, Ben, messaged me and said they would hand deliver it, and they did. They came around to my house, hand delivered it to me. So shout out Ben, he's a legend. This is going to live on my mantelpiece at home. Pride of place. Like I've said before, the whole entire category was stacked, so shout out to every single person that was nominated. Everyone could have won and it would have been deserved, you know? But not only the people on that list, I think in general there are so many other creators that weren't even nominated that also were deserving of winning Content Creator of the Year. And I don't want to list them all here because I'm definitely going to forget someone and then feel really bad. But it's even more amazing to be just nominated when there's such steep competition, let alone like actually winning in general. And I only say competition in terms of like the card awards itself, not competing against like other people making content. I mean, not only do I want other people to make more content because I just like watching Pokemon content, that's the reason I make it, I like enjoying watching it, you know, but more people making content on Pokemon cards in general is good for everyone because it gets more people watching it. Like, let's take probably the biggest Pokemon content creator in the UK, Randolph. If he stopped making Pokemon videos, then in general, I think people who care about Pokemon cards in the UK, that amount of people would go down. And so that goes for you watching this video, literally anyone, whether you've made Pokemon content, are currently making Pokemon content, or you've never made Pokemon content, but you like the idea of doing that, make more videos, please. I am not competing against anyone. We shouldn't see it as competition in this space. If someone else has a Pokemon video that does really, really well, that helps me out because it means there are more people watching Pokemon content and helps the Pokemon hobby out as in general because it gets more people interested in the things that we love. And I think that's sick. There's a whole other side to Pokemon that obviously we know too well on this channel that's full of like scalpers and people that are only in it for the money. And so the more that we hear like real people's voices heard about like actual collectors who like Pokemon and for Pokemon's sake and not for monetary value, it's another step closer in there being more fun in the hobby again. Because I see time and time again of people like leaving a comment saying, I've not collected at all this year, I've taken a step back because it's been awful. And I don't blame you. I probably joined at like the worst time and I'm fighting, trying to make it fun so that hopefully more people can come back in and actually have fun collecting again. And hey, hopefully next year it gets a bit better. Now, back to the award. Genuinely, it's surreal to be like recognized for the work that I've been doing on the YouTube channel. When I first started out making content on this channel, I just wanted to make videos because I was having fun collecting Pokemon cards, showing what it's like as a new person coming into the hobby and doing like fun challenge concepts on the way. But when my videos started to do well in terms of like views, I was very shocked. Obviously, I knew how to make YouTube videos videos before. I'd been working for Stans for a long time, but it was still like crazy the speed that my channel grew. But then after it grew, it started to plateau, you know, it steadily slowed down. And I was worried that like maybe I was doing something wrong and, you know, I hit a lucky YouTube algorithm and now it was going to fall as quickly as it grew. But I kept posting because I enjoyed making videos and I had a bunch of different ideas, so why not? And then as I was feeling like maybe my most disheartened from the amount of effort that I was putting in, not receiving the same rewards that I was getting before, like 3 different things happened in the same week. One, I posted a video and it did okay. It was just a regular video, pack opening or a discussion video or something, nothing like too special. And it got like 20,000 to 30,000 views, which was like, that's a good amount of views, you know? It wasn't the highs that I had before, but it was a steady amount that I realized, I think this is about the amount of views that I can get in a video. I've built up like a core audience that is consistently tuning into what I am putting out. And like, that's a lot of people. It doesn't matter that I'm not hitting the highs that I was hitting when this algorithm was going crazy. The fact that I have built up a core audience from that algorithm jump is sick. And the second thing that happened was technically 2 things. I got a DM from Rizzlekicks on Instagram, which was from Harley saying that he liked my videos. And 2 days later, I got a DM from Ian Sterling on Instagram saying exactly the same thing. And now I've done a video with Harley and his friends on their channel, The Rare Candy Collective. It's actually out now. It's a banger. Go and watch it, please. And hopefully I'm going to be doing a video with Ian in the future, which is sick. And I'm not going to lie, I definitely fangirled that week when I got DMs from both of them. I let my group chat of friends know, and my mates were very jealous. And I'm so glad I'm actually a fan of the things that both of them do. Like, if Ian Sterling wasn't very funny and Rizzlekicks weren't a sick band, it would be a lot more awkward to be like, oh yeah, thanks, I guess. So that was sick. Again, the same week. And then the third thing that happened was I went to a card show in person. And at that card show, I met so many people that recognized me and came up to me and said they enjoyed my videos. Now, obviously, I run a Pokemon card YouTube channel and I'm going to a card convention, so this is probably like the best storm, perfect storm of like people that would recognize me. But up until this point, I hadn't really registered or like recognized that you guys watching the videos are real. It's truly just like an algorithm. It's like numbers on a screen. It's not real for me. The fact that nearly 35,000 people have subscribed to me now is insane. Like, you can't, like, that numbers are very different to like real people. Like, visualizing 35,000 people, I can't. That's an insane number. But having like real people come up to me at shows and be like, hey, I love your videos. Even like talking about, at the time, my most recent upload. Damn, are you going to sue the Pokemon Center? That'd be crazy, right? You should do that for a video. It made me realize that the algorithm boost that I had got, regardless of whether I'm currently getting it, was real people. And having that many people care about what I am putting out, like doing stupid stuff with Pokemon cards, is like insanely motivating. Now, no offense, but I don't make these videos for you guys watching. I make them because I really enjoy it. It's like very selfish, and this whole YouTube channel is just for me. But now that there's a bunch of people watching every video that I put out, it feels good sharing the stuff that I create and enjoy making with all of you guys, and I hope to do that for as long as possible. It's also kind of strange because it's hard as like a new channel to know if you're going to be accepted into like the community that you're like just starting up in. And I am aware that I started off maybe not on the best foot by making a video kind of shitting on Pokerev, who is like literally the biggest Pokemon card creator. And probably quite rightly, I left a bunch of other creators with the impression that I'm just jumping on this Pokemon hype, making videos, taking down other creators for views. And I don't blame them for thinking that, but that's not my intention. It wasn't my intention making that video, and it's not my intention making any of my videos. And that's the reason why, despite me pretty much standing by everything that I've said in those videos and any video that I've made on my channel, I'm like staying away from making kind of drama related content as much as possible. I know I did recently do a video on Rattle, which goes against what I'm saying, but I hope it's like evident on my YouTube channel now that my goal is to not take down other creators. The Pokerev videos on his mystery packs were literally just my honest thoughts, and I genuinely thought that there was like a world where the packs could be like tweaked to be more transparent and it would be better for the customers, and Pokerev cares about transparency, so it would be better for him. I thought it was just like a win-win all around. It didn't work that way. I don't blame Pokerev for not wanting to listen to the guy that got like 300k views taking the piss out of him, because I did take the piss out of him in that video. It was really funny though, but I do understand why he might not like me, or probably definitely doesn't like me. Like, despite how I was going into it with good intentions, it doesn't come across that way, so I completely understand why Pokerev or any other content creator would have taken it that, like, I am just a guy out there using big creators' names and taking them down for views. And I think because of that, I was very worried that, like, basically every other Pokemon content creator hated me and thought that I was that. And it made me feel very separate from every other, like, Pokemon card YouTuber community. Now, whether it's imposter syndrome or not, I do still feel like a lot of creators don't like me, and I think that probably spreads out to a lot of brands that might not like me, because I've messaged a bunch of Pokemon related adjacent companies that are making things that I like, that I would be happily like talk about and promote in videos, but they haven't responded, or did respond and then ghosted me. And I can't help but feel like it's because of the Pokerev video. They're like, if you're taking down this guy, then fuck you. And again, I'm not like blaming them for thinking that. I honestly think it's kind of justified to think that. It's my most viewed video, and I did 3 of them. But even though I didn't have bad intentions, and that I feel like I was pretty fair with all the reviews that I've made on this channel, it ended up feeling like my community was like very separate from everyone else's. So to then be nominated and then go on to win Content Creator of the Year at the Card Awards was like insanely affirming. Not only did a bunch of you guys vote for me, which is just my community, but like a panel of judges decided, yeah, this guy, he's the best. And there are a bunch of content creators out there that have reached out. I think a lot of the internally me thinking people hate me is a me thing, an imposter syndrome thing. But now I have an award to remind myself and prove to myself that there are people out there that care, and I'm doing good content, so I need to keep going. As always, the content part isn't the issue. It's like the scene and like everything around outside of the content. I always love making content, so I'm never gonna not post, you know? I just gotta keep going. But speaking of keeping going, I am quite busy at the moment in my real life. It's the reason that I had to cancel last minute at the Card Awards, and I was supposed to do an ungraded live stream. I had to cancel that too. And I don't really want to get into details because I like to keep like this as a Pokemon channel and my personal life as my personal life, because I don't need to share it here. So to keep it short, there is a ongoing health issue in my family. And unfortunately, you can't plan an illness, and you might have to spend, I don't know, 12 hours in A&E on the day that you're supposed to be going to a Card Awards. It's unavoidable, and there's going to be times, like ups and downs, times where I'm able to like be really active and work a lot, and then times where I'm not able to work at all. And I'm okay with that. I'm lucky that my job allows me to be able to take time off literally whenever I want, because it's me. I'm self-employed. I'm in charge of myself. But technically, at least for half of my job, you guys are my boss. So I'm just letting you know that for the rest of this year, there's probably not going to be too much content. I have like 3 videos, 2, maybe 3, that I would like to get out before 2026, with one of them hopefully dropping on Christmas Day. So keep your eye out for them. But if a week goes by without me posting any content, just know it's because I'm busy. It's not because I don't want to, or that I've died or something. Literally, I went like over a week without posting a video once, and someone messaged me being like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, bro, you're allowed to take a break. I don't need to post every single day or whatever, you know? So I know they were just worried about me, but you don't need to be worried. If I'm not posting, it's because I'm doing other things in my life. But that also goes for like card shows and like planned things. Unfortunately, because of everything that I mentioned, I can't really plan for things, or if I do, I have to cancel last minute. I honestly won't know most things until the day that I'm supposed to be going, whether I can actually go. So I'm excited for 2026. Life is life. Things might change, but there will definitely be at least another year of me making content, hopefully more. This year we conquered the UK, maybe next year we conquer the US. I'm hoping to go out there at least a couple times. I've got a bunch of friends out there. It would be sick, but obviously, you know, the US kind of fucking crazy right now. We'll see what happens. And last but certainly not least, I've got a couple of people that I wanted to thank just in general in life. But specifically around this YouTube channel. Jamie and Charlie, I wouldn't be here without both of you giving me a place to stay, letting me not pay any rent, staying in your spare bedroom, working on becoming a YouTube editor whilst making zero money, hoping some naive Twitch streamer would eventually hire me. And then shout out to Stans, the naive Twitch streamer that hired me. Genuinely, without you taking a chance on me, my life would be completely different. I wouldn't be where I am today without you three. Shout out to Will for inspiring me in my whole entire content creation journey. I've done like 5, 6 different YouTube channels, and all of them have basically been inspired by him. He's a beacon of knowledge and creativity around like video making, and has also edited a bunch of the videos on the channel, so big shout out to you. And then thank you to Adam, Tom, Sam, Liam, Logic, Vale, Curly, and Shuko. I hope I didn't forget anyone off that list. For coming with me to card shows, for being there to talk, bounce content off, for being interested in Pokemon, and even if you're not interested in Pokemon, like feigning interest for me, and being in the videos yourselves. You all really supported me and helped me out, so thank you. And the biggest thanks goes to my mum, who watches every single video. So thank you for being the most supportive person in my life. And thank you for not caring when I come and tell you that I've spent £500 on another piece of shiny plastic cardboard. Plastic? Why did I say plastic? You've never once cared how much money I've spent on something, to the point where you also collect Pokemon cards. It's so sick. So thank you for being you. And then obviously everyone watching. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for letting me win this award. You guys gave me the opportunity to, but this is yours as much as it is mine. Thank you.